Welcome back to English Made Interesting. Today we'll learn about past tense and its forms. Before that, I will give you a short intro on tenses. The word tense comes from the Latin word tempus, which means time. It indicates the time of an action. Verbs change their forms according to time, and hence we have various tense forms. As you all know, the three main tenses are present tense, past tense, future tense. Now, what is a present tense? Look at the example. We go to school by bus. The verb go refers to the present time and it is in the present tense. The other examples are I am happy, we are happy, she is happy. All these are in the present tense form. Now, what is a past tense? She went to school by car yesterday. The verb went refers to an action in the past and it is in the past tense. Examples like I was happy, we were happy, she was happy. It all refers to the past tense. Now, what is a future tense? She will go to school by walk tomorrow. The verb will go refers to the future time and it is in the future tense. The children will be happy to see their grandfather. She will be happy to hear the good news. So, here will be refers to the future tense, the action which is going to take place in the future. The verb be is used in various forms and are known as helping verbs. The different forms are is, are, am, was, were, will be and shall be. For past tense, we use the helping verbs was and were. The past tense has four forms: simple past, past continuous, past perfect and past perfect continuous. Simple past tense. The simple past tense is formed by adding ed to the base form of a verb. Example, Seema danced well. Dance is the base form, ed is added to it. So, Seema danced well. So, danced is the past tense form of the verb. Some verbs, irregular verbs, form their past tense in many other ways. Example, Father invited his friends, but they did not come. My parents took us out to dinner yesterday. It was their anniversary. So, all these are in the past tense form but are irregular verbs because it is not formed by adding ed to the base form. I sang, I did. These are first person singular forms. We sang, we did. First person plural form. You danced, you did. Second person singular. You danced, you did. It's again second person plural. It remains the same. Rama sang, he sang, he did. All these are third person singular. They danced, they did. Third person plural. Hope it's clear. Verb be has different forms in simple past tense. We use was with I, he, she, it and singular nouns. We use were with you, we, they and plural forms. We use had with all nouns and pronouns to show what someone possessed. Example, she had 3 bags. Ram had his friend's address. Now look at the table with singular subjects like I, he, she, it. We use was. Example, he was late, she was sleeping, the animal was small. With plural subjects like we, you, they, we use were. We were late, they were late, they were sleeping, etc. Now, when do you use simple past tense? To express a past habit or a regular action in the past. Look at the examples. Rita went to her native village every year. He went to school every day. The boys often came late to the class. They went on a picnic yesterday. She studied French for 2 years. Last month, we drove to Ooty for a holiday. So, all these are simple past tense forms. We can use words usually, often, generally, every day, always, never, sometimes, etc. with simple past tense. Action done at some time in the past. She wrote to her mother last week. He called the electrician to repair the fridge. So, these are actions done at some time in the past. So, here we use simple past tense forms. Express an action that began and ended in the past. He ate mangoes in the morning. The people fought for their rights. A well-known builder built the apartment store. So here, simple past tense form is used to express an action that began and ended in the past. Now again we use simple past tense to express an action that took place at some particular time in the past and is over now. Example, he applied for a school admission last week. Sometimes we use the words used to express the past tense. Example, we used to participate in the marathon every year. I used to play tennis with my friend every day. We also use simple past tense to narrate a story. Like example, once upon a time there lived a king. When we form negative in the simple past tense, we use the past tense of do along with the word not and the base form of the main verb. Example, she did not come. So here the past tense of do is did along with the word not and the base form of the main verb is come. So example is she did not come. Another example, my father did not allow me to watch TV. In negative sentences with verbs in the past tense, we write subject plus did not plus base form of the verb. Example, they did not play the match. They is the subject, did not and play is the base form of the verb. Similarly, he did not come yesterday. Priya did not go shopping. She did not have a pen. Hope it's clear. Now, how to form a question in the simple past tense. The interrogative is formed on writing did plus subject plus base form of the verb and the remaining part of the sentence ending with a question mark. Example, did she eat breakfast? Did plus subject plus base form of the verb. Similarly, did the man deliver the packet? Did they play the drums? When interrogative sentences begin with the question words like how, when, what, where, the sentence is written as question word plus did plus subject plus root form of the verb plus remaining part of the sentence ending with a question mark. Example, when did she leave? What did your grandmother bring? Did he swim to the shore? It's interrogative. He did not swim to the shore. It is the negative form. He swam to the shore. It is affirmative or the positive form. Simple past tense is used to talk of a series of actions completed in the past. Example, Ria reached home, changed into her dance costume and left for practice. So here it is a series of actions which was completed in the past. Another example, I picked my friend from the airport, drove him to the bus stop and put him on a bus to Jaipur. Simple past tense is used to talk about past habits that are habitual, routine actions or experiences. We add expressions like when I was younger, when I was a child, usually, never, always, often, etc. Example, when I was a child, I walked to school every day. When we were children, we walked to school every day. We never had computers in houses until recently. So these are the examples of simple past tense which is used to talk about past habits. Simple past tense is used to talk of facts or general statements in the past but no longer true in the present time. Example, I walked 100 kilometers to stay fit. Mobile phones looked quite different a decade ago. So, these are facts or truths in the past but no longer true in the present time. Simple past tense is used to express an action that took place over a period of time in the past. Example, I worked in a school from 2000 to 2005. Simple past tense is used to express an action that was completed before the time of speaking. Example, the dancers performed well. Now, over to the past continuous tense. It is used to talk of actions going on at some point in the past. Now, the formation of past continuous tense. We use past tense of the verb be, that is was or were, with the ing form of the main verb. With singular nouns or I, he, she, it plus was plus verb plus ing. With plural nouns like we, you, they plus where plus verb plus ing. So the formation is Was or were plus verb plus ing. Was plus walk plus ing. Here walk is the main verb. Walking is the ing form of the main verb. Example, she was walking to school. Was plus drive plus ing. Drive is the main verb. Driving is the ing form of the verb drive. So example, I was driving to the market. Another example, where plus sleep plus ing. Sleep is the main verb. Sleeping is the ing form of the verb. Example, the children were sleeping. To form negative sentences, we add not between the auxiliary or the helping verb and the ing form of the main verb. Example, she was not paying attention to the lecture. I was not singing loudly. They were not doing their homework. Hope it's clear. To form interrogative past continuous tense, the helping verb or the auxiliary verb is brought to the beginning of the sentence. The subject, that is the noun or pronoun, comes between the auxiliary verb and the ing form of the main verb. Example, Sam was drawing. So it can be asked as, was Sam drawing or wasn't Sam drawing? They were going to school will be written as, were they going to school? Weren't they going to school? These are the interrogative past continuous tense forms. The children were paying attention to the lecture. This sentence will be written as, were the children paying attention to the lecture, or weren't the children paying attention to the lecture? Now, uses of the past continuous tense. For an action that tells us about something that was happening or going on for a short period of time. Example, Lata was cooking lunch. Grandfather was reading the newspaper. I was helping him fix the broken box. Some children were disturbing the others. So all these are actions that tells us about something that was happening or going on for a short period of time. Now, for an action which was interrupted by an action in the past, here also we use past continuous tense. Example, I was helping him to fix it when I heard the doorbell. So here the action was interrupted by an action again in the past. Another example, I was studying when my mother called me. So both the actions took place in the past. To describe the scene at the time at which the action began, the past continuous tense is often used with the simple past to suggest that one activity was going on when another took place. Just when he was calling the police, the thief attacked him. So one action was going on, one activity was going on when another took place. Just when he was calling the police, the thief attacked him. Another example, as soon as he started playing, it began to rain. She was sleeping when the phone rang. The teacher was waiting for us when we reached the school. Hope it's clear. When two actions in the past happen at the same time, we use the past continuous tense for both. Example, the boy was watching TV while his mother was reading a book. So here two actions in the past happen at the same time. So here for both we use the past continuous tense form. The above sentence can also be written as the boy was watching TV while his mother read a book. Both are right. I was doing my homework while my sister was studying for her exams. The above sentence can also be written as I was doing my homework while my sister studied for her exams. Certain verbs cannot be used in the past continuous tense form. In such cases, simple past tense is used. Now look at the example. Tom thought he was late. We cannot use Tom was thinking. So here simple past tense is used. Tom thought he was late. Radha was already at my house when her mother came home. Past continuous tense is also used to describe situations or while telling stories. Example, the mob was shouting and chasing the thieves. The minister was visiting the Seth's hut. Possession of the verb with respect to past tense. Adverbs like always, often, never, only, ever, still, just, etc. usually come right before the main verb in the simple past tense sentences. But in the past continuous sentences, time adverbs come between the auxiliary and the main verb. Example, mother always brought us gifts when she came back from her trips. Mother often let us stay up late on holidays. Always and often are the adverbs right before the main verb. We were just finishing lunch when my friend called. I was still writing my exam when the teacher started to collect the paper. Now, past perfect tense. Past perfect tense is used to talk of an action completed at some point in the past before another action began. Past perfect tense is formed by using had with the past participle form of the main verb. Had plus past participle form. Example, Sandhya had gone to the market. I had completed my work. My mother had baked a cake when my father reached home. The manager had left for the day. So it is had plus past participle form of the main verb, and the past participle forms are gone, completed, baked, left, etc. To form negative sentences, we add not after the first part of the verb. The flight had not landed when I reached the airport. She had not completed her work when the manager called her. Now, how do you form interrogative sentences? Interrogative sentences can be formed by bringing the first part of the verb before the subject. Example, had the flight landed when you reached the airport? Why had she not come? Now, look at the table for better understanding. Simple past tense, I ate. Past continuous tense, I was eating. Past perfect tense, I had eaten. Similarly, we ate. We were eating. We had eaten. You ate. You were eating. You had eaten. He ate. He was eating. He had eaten. They ate. They were eating. They had eaten. I hope you understand the different forms. Uses of past perfect tense. It is used to describe an action before another action took place. Example, the boys had slept before their mother returned from the market. Past perfect tense is also used to report a completed action in the past. Example, Maya told me that she had won a prize. I had taken the newspaper. This is affirmative or positive. I had not taken the newspaper. It is a negative sentence. Now over to past perfect continuous tense. It is used to describe an action or event that occurred before a certain point in the past, the effects of which are still visible when we refer to the past. Example, the boy had been flying kites since childhood. The girl had been trying to make the model before the teacher helped her. Formation of past perfect continuous tense. Had plus been plus verb plus ing form of the main verb. Example, the patient had been waiting for the doctor. So here you can see that it is had plus been plus verb wait, and the ing form of the verb is waiting. So the sentence is, the patient had been waiting for the doctor. They had been playing all evening. To form negative sentences, we add not after the helping verb. Example, had not been cleaning, had not been eating, had not been taking, etc. They had not been playing all evening. In the interrogative form, the helping verb is brought to the beginning of the sentence. The noun or pronoun comes between the auxiliary verb and the ing form of the main verb. Had they been playing all evening? Now over to the uses of past perfect continuous. It is used to show something that started before a point of time in the past and continued up to that time. We use phrases that express duration with the past perfect continuous tense. Example, for 10 years, for 5 hours, all through yesterday, etc. So these are the phrases that express duration with the past perfect continuous tense. Example, had you been working there for long? Mr. Sam had been teaching at the college for 30 years before he retired. They had been waiting there for almost 2 hours before the train came. Now let us see if you remember the present tense taught in the last video. So now you have an exercise for practice. Use the present perfect continuous tense forms of the verbs given in the bracket to complete the sentences. Now today's exercise, fill in the blanks with simple past tense form of the verb given in the bracket. Next exercise, fill in the blanks with the past continuous form of the verb given in the bracket. fill in the blanks with past perfect tense form of the verb given in the bracket. The last exercise, fill in the blanks with past perfect continuous tense form of the verb given in the bracket. Now over to the answers. You can check your answers and see how far you have understood.